Hi, Jackie Lewis here. We're here at the amazing Beverly Hilton Hotel on the red carpet for the Royal Society of King George. And while it's an amazing day, we're also mourning the loss of Queen Elizabeth, whose funeral is today actually. And we are mourning her life and celebrating all she's done for us while also celebrating the new King Charles.
Hi, I'm Rotamuda Princess Karen Cantrell, and I'm the chairman of the Royal Society of St. George, California. And today it is bittersweet. I will read the official statement from the California chapter. It is with great sadness that we join the nations of the Commonwealth and beyond at the mourning and at the death of our patron, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, undoubtedly the country's greatest monarch. She served the whole country and the Commonwealth instinctively throughout her reign, and the consistency and the stability she has brought has been an envy of the entire world. Her example of untiring duty and service over the last 70 years has been an example to us all. May she rest in peace. Our heartfelt condolences to His Majesty King Charles III, the Queen Consort, and all of the royal family at this, our saddest day. God save the King.
I understand you are an officer with the Royal Society of St. George.
Yes, I have the pleasure of serving as Secretary-Treasurer and also Chaplain of the organization.
In addition to the family connection, what qualifies you to be an officer in the society?
Well, I guess my interest is probably the first thing. I am greatly appreciative of what the Queen has done and of the organization, and I do have ties, familial ties to the UK, and I'm pretty sure that most everyone in the US can trace their family back to someone in the United Kingdom. So I think it's important to consider this looking at your past as well.
What do you mean, global sensibility?
Well, I think that we all, let's go back to where I first heard the term global sensibility. John Gray, the guy who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, told me that in our 60s and 70s, we developed a global sensibility. We care more about the world around us than the world inside. And that's how it was with me. We've done, my wife and I have a ministry that does work with children, both in Uganda and in Belize. And actually, my wife's responsible for having baseball, organized baseball, in the country of Belize. So we just feel like, I feel like, just as John said, a global sensibility is the thing that's important for all of us these days. And the world is getting smaller.
So you are retired now?
Yes, I'm retired from big business actually was in marketing, advertising, and publications. Most of my career as a senior executive, and most recently with a company that's involved in automobile racing. So that's also background.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy this beautiful event. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to be here, and thank you for interviewing.
It's really nice to meet you in this beautiful event, and we understand that you are becoming inducted as an honorary member of the Royal Society of St. George, California today. Our heartfelt congratulations to you. Can you tell our audience about your background with charities, especially in regard to Walden House Health and the IQ Development Center?
Yes, thank you. I'm honored to choosing an honorary member of the Royal Society of St. George. Sincere thanks, Princess Karen, for her support, encouragement, and trust. The organization of intelligent, of emotional intelligence will mainly help families between parents and children relationship, teach parents how to educate the children, grading children's correct way thinking, character cultivating children's love and love of learning, how to handle relationship between husband and wife, control your emotions, and develop potential. Make your family more harmonious, and happier. In regarding the Whiten House for the past 10 years, I have donated time and consumer goods to provide the ladies who are in desperate need the help.
We understand that your business, Dynashape Intima, won the Best Women's Business Award in the city of Alhambra for many years. Would you share this experience with our viewing audience, please?
Yes, Dynashape Intima was founded in 1984, focusing women's clothing, intimate apparel, and maternity. We cover all areas, starting with development, design, fitting, production, and sales, specializing in the plus size. Our production sell in department store, the chain store, and also e-commerce and catalog. We provide more comfort bra and underwear for all women. This is what makes many women love our products.
How do you feel personally about the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II?
And it's sad. I personally love and adore the Queen. She was wise, elegant, noble, and loving.
We know the diversity is paramount with the Royal Society of St. George, California branch, and understand that you founded the International Bodies Association. Could you tell us about this exciting association?
Oh, yes. I have great respect for any religion because every religion teach good deeds, dedication. I'm Chinese and very interested in traditional Chinese culture. At the same time, I want to promote the traditional virtues of Chinese nation. And I sponsor China to build Buddha's temple. I also set a small Buddha's temple in the city of Arcadia, and for people to come over to learn more about Buddhism and share everybody's life experience and apply wisdoms and spirit about Buddhism to life and work. Make families harmonious and community more stable. The association also donate time and goods to all communities as very giving back and thanks.
And the last question, how does it feel to now become an honorary member of the Royal Society of St. George, and how do you see yourself participating in the future with this illustrious society?
I will do my best for support the Royal Society of St. George.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
And congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Ambassador Philippe Milgrom, could you please tell us what the Confrérie du Sabre is about? I don't know if my pronunciation.
You are very close. So Confrérie du Sabre, it's an old tradition. The Napoleon Army in 1805, Napoleon has a great victory in Austerlitz. And so at this time, the dashing officer, they start to saber the champagne directly with the sword on their horse. So we continue this tradition since this period. The confrérie is very young, means we start in 1990. But we have 35,000 members all over the world, and we are present in 36 countries.
That sounds very impressive. It is our understanding that both you and your wife, Dr. Jan Ruderman, are honorary members of the Royal Society of St. George, California. Can you share with our audience what an honorary member is?
No, you can.
So an honorary membership is an award to individual who has made outstanding contribution. So, and that's according to the rules of the Rssg.
What is your feeling about having been honored with this membership?
Oh, we didn't take the membership and the award lightly. We are very honored about that. And so we promote the Rssg in France and here too.
On the program, it shows that an alliance ceremony will be taking place today with the Confrérie du Sabre and the Royal Society of St. George, California. Can you tell us about the alliance and the ceremony?
Yes, the alliance is between the confrérie and the Rssg to promote the event around the champagne. That's the meaning of the confrérie, in fact, is to promote the champagne, and in general. And so that's what we're doing. And the ceremony today, we have this morning already the Sabrage, whose 4 persons become Chevalier Sabre, and I will give the award to these people this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King!
The King!
What is your feeling about the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and the incoming King Charles III?
I loved the Queen, I admired her, and I gave her the ultimate honor of naming my daughter Elizabeth after her. And what I've seen so far of King Charles, in the past week, I've been very impressed from what I've seen and heard on television and read, and I wish the best for him.
No, thank you so much for the interview and enjoy the event. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Maryanne, and I have some questions for you today. What is the role and the responsibilities of the Chief Protocol Officer in such a strong yet sophisticated organization as Rssg?
This is such a great question. I must say that this is a compilation between good manners and strong etiquette rules, which we want to imply to the organization. In other words, we need to respect the organization. At the same time, we want to show respect to our members. And it's just a beautiful role to be. It's very, very highly responsible for many ways for everything to go smooth and well presented.
Are there any new etiquette and protocol rules that we should be aware of the COVID-19? Can you give us some examples, please?
Well, a lot of things changed after the pandemic because back in the day, as we know, etiquette is based on tradition, religion, and now also social norms. However, the etiquette changed because of COVID-19. Back in the day, we used to shake hands all the time. Today, we avoid shaking hands. And what we can actually replace the handshake with is we can gently place our right hand on the top of our chest towards the heart and just nod gently, and this is going to show respect and gratification to the person in front of us. Also, we have to follow the 6 feet rules. Back in the day, it was just one arm, and we were trying to respect the personal bubble for every individual. Now we have the 6 feet rule. So this is some of the changes.
Very interesting changes. You have two very well received books on etiquette. Can you tell us more about them? Is the content immediately applicable in everyday life?
Thank you. Yes, I have two very well-received books. One of them is called The Sharpest Soft Skill, and the other one is called Posh Overnight. It is regarding social etiquette and business etiquette, because we all need to know certain rules if we want to be successful in our not only everyday life, but in our professional life, and to be perfect guests and hosts, and just to know how to communicate with other people in a networking event. So it's very crucial for us to know those little details.
Do you experience any challenges in the organization, and how do you handle them?
Well, every organization is constructed by many individuals, so everybody comes with different background, different social norms, different behaviors. So obviously every organization has certain challenges. I think that the most important thing for us to deal with challenges is based on communication. So when we communicate in a gentle but also strict manner, I think that everything can be resolved. We don't really have any challenges so far.
What do you hope to bring to the Rssg?
I really hope to bring my education in terms of etiquette and protocol. I studied all over the world, in Belgium, in the United States, in England, and I hope that my exposure to different cultures can bring us together and we can work well as a unit.
Marcus John Blakemore, can you tell to our audience about your journey with the Royal Society of St. George, California?
Well, the Princess Karen invited me years ago, and I became a founding member of the Royal Society in California. We've been in various organizations together, and we work well together.
Marcus John Blakemore, who founded the Royal Society of St. George?
Howard Ruff in 1894, and he was the first honorary secretary. And then he quit his farming business and became a full-time of the Royal Society. That was under Queen Victoria.
Marcus John Blakemore, we understand that you are not only raising funds for the Ukraine, but you are also assisting people to escape the traumas of the war. Could you please tell our audience about this?
Well, we're trying. My associate, Miranda Kramer, and I have been raising funds for medical supplies through an organization that I'm also a founder of, World Peace and Human Rights Mission and Academy. And we've been quite successful in raising funds, and we have people that actually carry medical supplies, there's one there now, to people that need it. Individual people, not just in general. We have contacts there that we're supplying what they need. We just sent a stretcher, which was impossible to get there. It's hard to get people out, but I have contacts that do that. There's a whole questionnaire that each one of them has to fill out, their living conditions, what they need. We have assistance here if they want to come straight to the Americas or to other countries adjoining. But it's hard to get them to leave. They are so nationalistic. They love Ukraine, and they stay. I have an archbishop that went through all the troubles in Bucha. He won't leave. You know, he was shot at running across the field trying to escape the Russians. He won't leave. His heart is there. And we offered before the Russians even invaded. But we can do it.
That's beautiful. Mark John Blakemore, what is your actual association with England?
Well, historically, my family. I am in line from, all the kings, all the way back of Scotland and England. And I've chased my genealogy. Some on my mother's side, go back to Robert the Bruce. My father's side, go back to Saint Edward and Saint Alfred. All of them. I think my the last king in my succession was Edward I, but everything before him. My grandmother was a Campbell. My great-grandmother was a Douglas. I'm the regent for Clan Douglas in Washington.
Could you please share in the end of our interview your personal feeling about her passing of, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and the new King, Charles?
Well, I personally feel a loss of the Queen. Historically, my family, some have been rebels, which made us American, and some were royalists, which took some of the family back to Canada and stayed. My mother had a good caring for Queen Elizabeth, and she'd always send her a present for her children when they were born. And the Queen actually responded in person to her. And we always had the good feeling toward the royal house. I'm very sad that she's gone, but I do hope that King Charles will do everything right and become a good king. He's got the ability, and we can just hope and we can pray that we're going to have a good king.
Mr. Monetti, as a royal expert, you have been reporting for the international media on the death of the Queen. How has her passing impacted the whole world?
It's like a light has gone out in the world with the passing of the Queen. It's been such an emotional, momentous experience, seeing the outpouring of love, not just from Britain, from right around the world. You know, they say that we never really appreciate a person's impact until they've gone, and it's like nothing we've ever seen in human history. It's just a giant ball of love and, a celebration of a life well lived and a lifetime of service and duty.
How is the California branch of the Royal Society of St. George, of which you are a deputy chairman, looking back on Her Majesty's life and looking forward to the reign of Charles King?
Since the passing of the Queen, a lot of us who love the royals have been looking for a place to put our emotions. For members of the Royal Society of St. George, that place is here today. We can get together with people who share our feelings, share our loss, share our love of loyalty, and celebrate the reign of Her Majesty and look forward to the reign of King Charles.
This event is also a chance to honor humanitarians with awards, and many congratulations on your own honor today. What medal are you receiving?
Well, I'm so honoured today to be receiving the Medal of Honour, which is in recognition of my 10 years running BAFTA's New Talent Programme. BAFTA is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts here in Los Angeles. And what we do is we look for opportunities for newcomers to the entertainment business to let their talent shine. So we have the connections, and that's very important when you're starting out in the entertainment industry. I believe talent, acting, any range of performance is all about finding someone to pass you the ball so you can put it in the goal. So we select the best talents, we pass them the ball, and then we make them shine. And so that's one of many charity organizations I've supported over the years. I think I was very much inspired by Her Majesty to remember it's important to be selfless and be of service and always put others above yourself.
I understand you also just received a special commendation from the city of Los Angeles. Please tell us about it.
So Los Angeles is the city I made my home 20 years ago. I was drawn to it like a magnet, like a big shiny casino. It's the place where dreams come true, and mine certainly did. And I have also looked to help other people's dreams come true in this city. And it was such a glorious surprise to be honored by the city of Los Angeles with a special recommendation for making LA, and I quote, a better place to live, work and play. That was so beautiful and so touching.
Any final thoughts you would like to share with our audience, Sandro?
I think as we transition from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II to King Charles III, we really understand the history and tradition of the crown, everything that the monarchy stands for, the values, the volunteerism, the heart. And I think not all of us can live in a palace, but what we can all do is be kind to others and follow that example of the monarch. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today.
Elizabeth, the Queen Elizabeth II just passed away. Please share your feelings about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is an honor to be here today. And I'm Laura Angelini, and I'm here. I'm a recording artist as well as a founder of ShareThatLove.org. And it is fabulous. I'm so honored to be here today. And it is a bittersweet feeling to be here today because we have lost Queen Elizabeth II, and she was the light of the world, and she spread her light all over the world, and everyone right now is in deep sadness and sorrow for the loss and how much she did in the world and how many people's lives she's touched. So I'm grateful to be here today and to be a part of the Royal Society of St. George and a member, and it's great to be here today and be honored today. I'm going to have an honoring today as well and receive a humanitarian pin. So I'm grateful and thankful, and God bless the Queen, and I'm so glad that I could be here to be a part of the Royal Society of St. George's special event today.
I'd be very honored too. She's been such an inspiration to not only women, but men and women all over the world. And we all certainly miss her presence, but she is beloved and will be probably throughout history. So I'm so glad to be here at the Royal Society of St. George, and my condolences to the family.
Nice to meet you, Carmelita. Please share your thoughts about, the personal thoughts about that the Queen Elizabeth II just passed away.
Yes, you know, she was such an icon and so well loved around the world. I mean, who would ever think that she would fly away? But it's something that we all have to do eventually. But I believe everybody that ever was in her presence had to be impressed. She really wore her crown well. And I'm just so pleased to be a part of the Royal Society of St. George as a member and to be connected to her as she is, connected to this legacy. So I'm thanking you for giving me the opportunity to express my well wishes and also my congratulations to our new king, King Charles, excuse me, oh my God. I'm thinking of the Royal Society of St. George. Yeah, but thank you. And you look lovely today.
It's very nice to meet you on this wonderful event today. Please share your thoughts about that. Unfortunately, we have a very sad reason that we are here together today. Because Queen Elizabeth II just passed away. Please share your personal thoughts about her.
Yes, my name is Chris Hulbert, and I'm here to celebrate the life of Queen Elizabeth II and to mark her memorial, and also to welcome King Charles III, and to particularly thank Queen Elizabeth for her incredible dedication to duty and service over an amazing lifetime, and to obviously meet the friends and family of hers and this wonderful group of people. I was lucky and honored to be able to be involved with some of the aspects of production to help book the bagpipe player and to set up the sound system and some of the goodie bags and things. So they were allowing me to help out a bit, and that was wonderful this morning. And I look forward to the entire experience.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Please share your thoughts about your personal thoughts that Elizabeth, the Queen, just passed away.
So when she went to the throne, and every time she was on television, don't tell anybody, I used to go like this. No, but she's my queen. even though I'm American, that's my queen.